Today I took two trades, one loser and one winner. This was a little bit of an impatient entry, but I thought it was decent. This one, I switched my bias after this loss, and thankfully it worked out. Um, so today we had inside relationship on pivots on TPO, also inside relationship on the cams here, and then a very, very narrow lower pivot relationship on the floor pivots. So what I was saying is I could be a breakout type of day, but also I could just chop around inside. It was opening up inside value here and range, so it could just be a chop type of day, but I was saying because it is opening up above H3, maybe it could be a breakout day to the upside. But I also noted here that we are inside this high volume node here, and I have a ledge at 73.53 and at 74.83. So in this range, I'd want to play the extremes here. Short this ledge here or long this ledge here. So I was okay with a long all the way down to here. So value area low I could long, demand I could long, but even down to 73.53, high volume no ledge I could long. For the short side, I want to short value area high, which is also a supply. So, and it rejected off of there yesterday pretty well, so I wanted to see if it could hold again. Other than that, not much. I did have this high volume no ledge, but it was with H4, so I usually don't like shorting H4, especially if it opens above H3 and rallies to H4, which is usually my target. I didn't quite want to open up a position here, although it was low volume node zone, so maybe it could have been a good plan, which actually ended up working out here. That was the high of day, at least for the morning, and it sold off from there. So could have worked out there. Market does open up above H3, and it rallies up into value area high. So that's my first level here that I am looking to short. What I see here is this 1 minute delta divergence. I also see the 20 range delta divergence, positive delta but negative candle. And then here I'm seeing a 2 minute delta divergence form, positive 500 delta but negative candle. And it ends up as positive 471 with a negative close, which I really liked. I was kind of waiting for a retest here, a retest to hold. This technically does not end up as a delta divergence, nor does the 1 minute, but I am looking for a retest to hold. So now I'm looking for a move back into maybe around here at 46 or 74.62 or so. But I see that a bunch of buyers came in here, started forming another delta divergence. It was forming kind of a B shape, but because of this huge delta divergence, I thought maybe there was a chance that it would just tank from here. So I entered with one contract, stop above here. And if it does come back and retest and hold, I want to enter a second contract. So I was fully expecting this to break, and there was 20 range delta divergence also, a big CVD hidden divergence here, and a 1 minute delta divergence too. So actually ends up as a very nice CVD hidden divergence and a delta divergence, I believe. Yes. And then again, the 2 minute stays as a delta divergence. So I thought it was good. I thought I really liked it. If it does come back and retest, I want to enter a second contract. So that's what I was looking for. But it just rallies. Bunch of buying imbalances come in. There is POC at the bottom now with a B shape. So I was pretty much screwed here. So I get stopped out very quickly here after this B-shape hold and these buying imbalances. And it stops me out. Now it's rallied into supply here. A little bit above value area high. It's kind of a high volume shooting star, but not really. And I'm still looking for short supply here, especially because it rejected off of it yesterday. So around 67 or so. I'm looking for shorts. I see more buying imbalances come in, and I say it seems very strong. The way that all the sellers got absorbed and bought up seems very bullish, especially with this B shape here. And I was questioning if I still want to short. Even though it is inside supply, it is above value area high now. So I was saying, do I still want to short this? And then the 3-minute high volume shooting star kind of forms. I'm looking for some short confirmations. I don't really get much short confirmations here. Nothing here, nothing here. And then nothing on CVD either. But what I do see is a delta divergence on the 20 range, delta divergence on the 1 minute, also a delta divergence on the 2 minute candle with the POC at the lows, and I enter one contract long just because I saw that happening here, and now all the sellers are getting absorbed seemingly. So it was a little bit of an early entry that did not end as a delta divergence. And there was also another minute left in that candle, but I wanted to see, my stop was under here at around 63, under 63, and if it did hold, I want to add another contract. So it holds, ends as a delta divergence both on the 20 range and the 2 minute, and it starts rallying. So I add another contract, and now I'm in with two. A bunch of buying imbalances come in, which I like, and now it's on its way to rally. I was looking at this, looking at the targets here, seeing which targets I could target, and H4 was the main target here. 3R lined up right with H4 and high volume node ledge, and then this low volume node zone here. So I thought it was a good target. I don't really have anything above H4, nothing significant really. Yeah, and it was a low volume node, so I thought, at the time, I thought it was going to run pretty much forever. It seemed very strong, but I didn't have any technical levels above here, so I took one off at 3R and one off at H4 / high volume node ledge. So yeah, it did run up a little bit more, about 8 more points, and yeah, I thought I was going to run up forever, but that was it. So it was a good thing that I took my position off here. Good target. Yeah, and then it started selling off, and now it's all the way down here. So somehow caught that. The low volume node zone was a good level, it seems like, for shorts. It is bouncing around inside this macro high volume node, so that is good. But I didn't really see much in terms of short signals here. So it hits my target here, and then just a bunch of sellers come in, and then just start selling off. I do see the high volume 3-minute shooting star. I like that, but other than that, there wasn't much that I saw here. If anything, there was some continuation bullish divergences there. But yeah, even on the retest, I don't think I saw much. I do see this P shape here, but nothing really crazy. Like, I really didn't see much short signals here. Maybe I'm just missing stuff, but yeah. So even if I wanted to, I wouldn't have caught anything. And I probably would have been pissed because I wouldn't have gotten a piece of that very strong sell-off there. I mean, that P-shape is pretty much the only thing. Yeah. Not much that I see. So, but yeah, this was basically H3 continuation, although I could classify it as a high volume or a value high break and retest, and then a long. But mainly it's off of H3. So my plan was long H3 if it comes down, but it didn't come down. It came down into pre-market, supported, but all the dips were getting bought, so it was kind of a continuation play off of H3, which I targeted H4. So not bad plan thesis and not a bad trade either.